A highway wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist. And yet, here you are. Welcome to San Arroyo, kindred. We here at Dubious Creatures present to you the vampire with no name. You probably drove right past this place. That's the sad fact of what's about to happen. You know the type, those places not quite close enough to the Golden Coast to be trendy, not far enough into the Central Valley to be cozy. The ghost towns of the 21st century. You know them. You've seen them. All those little points of light that have rushed past on your way to the next vacation destination that you've stared down at absentmindedly while squeezed into your commercial airliner. San Arroyo, for better or worse, fits such eye-deflecting definitions to a T. It's a SoCal city in all modern respects. It has skyscrapers and strip malls, suburbs and industrial corridors, ice machines that inexplicably crowd up alleyways next to dumpsters, sickly palm trees that stretch up in a vain attempt to escape the frying heat of the asphalt below. It's just, the more you look, the less you see. All the shop windows are more flakeboard than glass. Cars meander through parking lots that are always eternally empty. And then there's the mountains, the great craggy peaks that are always just looming out of the corner of your eye. You may want to leave, but sometimes you're afraid you're trapped. So, you steel your resolve and you keep going. The interstate can't be that far away. And as you zigzag through the warren that was once the prosperous Little Hollywood district, you drive right past it. A repurposed prop warehouse, haloed in the flashing red and blue lights of SAPD patrol cars. You drive right past. Good for you. You made it out. The people we're about to meet, however, haven't. Not quite yet. Raleigh.
Yes.
Tonight's not going very well.
That's one way to put it.
The five of you, all in various states of disarray, are currently hiding from a group of policemen that happened to show up at the worst possible time, hiding from the wreckage of a rave that, well, turned into something else entirely rather quickly. As you peer around the corner, you can see already EMTs are on the scene, carting out, well, you're not really sure at this distance, but you also don't really want to get too close.
Yeah.
You look back around the corner. Go ahead and give me a wits plus awareness check.
We are starting at one hunger.
That is correct.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. You're panning around, trying to figure out what, if anything, is the plan of action. How exactly are you supposed to maneuver your way out of this fiasco? And then your eyes alight to the back, one of the ambulances, where you can see a young woman, the young woman who practically ambushed you when you first showed up here. She appears to be talking to one of the cops. We suddenly cut back, not all that long ago, to a very different scene. Now, as opposed to being illuminated by the lights of patrol cars, the only thing the outside of this dingy little warehouse is illuminated by the sodium orange glow of nearby streetlights and the occasional flickers of cigarettes. Clubgoers currently taking a bit of a break out in the dusty night air as Raleigh Asher arrives on the scene. If you'd like to describe your character.
Yeah, I'm a woman in my mid to late 20s, bordering on 5'9", 5'10", with the 5'10" with the boots I'm wearing. I've got my long red hair sort of pulled back into this artfully messy ponytail. I've got the pair of black chunky ankle boots, ripped up fishnets, a green plaid skirt, and a 3/4 sleeve white crop top. Tonight is trying to, relax a little bit and partially image rehab from the last few months.
You were told to get your face out there, and you're no stranger to public relations.
Yeah.
Besides, it's New Year's. Everybody's going to get probably so busy getting absolutely plastered that, what's one more face in the crowd?
Exactly. And maybe I can make some good impressions on some people so they'll say nice things about me online.
And indeed, as you walk in, again, it's not what you'd call a legal venue, so it's not like there's a bouncer or anything. Anybody who shows up knows what's going on. The interior is, as mentioned previously, an old prop warehouse back when San Arroyo used to have a bit more of a symbiotic relationship with nearby Los Angeles. The interior still full of all manner of mannequins, old wardrobe, and era-appropriate props. It has now been rendered one part Old West, one part Neon Dreamland, thanks to the tactical application of black lights and long streaks and splatters of iridescent paint. Everything almost goes infrared the moment you step past the threshold. And the house beat emanating from the back of the room sails across the various gyrating bodies and directly into your ribcage. Definitely a good place to get lost.
There was a time where this was my norm. Every weekend, massive party. Haven't been that girl for a while.
Perfect time to stretch those acting chops, then.
Of course.
You move a little bit further into the crowd, and in all fairness, it's at least a few minutes before you're recognized. It's this immediately kind of almost bumping into you, turning around almost apologetic, and then immediately going from bashful to shocked to delighted in a matter of seconds. There's this young, darker skinned woman dressed up in full fishnets and straps, long braided hair. Oh my god. Are you?
If I am who you think I am, then yes.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I heard you were in town, but I didn't think. Oh, wow. I'm a huge fan.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah. Oh my. Do you think that maybe she immediately takes out her phone?
Of course, what's, a photo between friends.
Awesome. Just so awesome. And she immediately comes in a little close for a selfie, and there's a moment where her skin brushes up against yours, and there's this impulse that you've been dealing with lately. She's so warm. She's so full of life. They all are. You feel something in your hindbrain, maybe leaning in a little closer than perhaps is appropriate, even in this circumstance, before snapping out of it the moment the picture is taken and she breaks away. Listen, I don't want to crowd you or anything, but like I'm here with some of my girlfriends, and they would so love to meet you.
Well, I just got here, so yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting some people. Figure out a good place to hold court.
Yeah. And by the way, you're here for the movie, right?
Yeah, rare night off from production.
Yeah. What's it called? Like steampunk,
Gaspunk Samurai.
Right. Please tell me all about it.
Well, I am under some NDA, so there's not a lot I can talk about, but I can talk about it a little bit.
And you follow her deeper into the gyrating mass of people. That turned out to be a mistake. As we cut back once again to the exterior, to your hiding spot. She's got one of those trauma blankets, but she doesn't seem all that traumatized. In fact, she's talking rather intently with this officer of the law.
That's not good.
No, it is not. Kind of cast a glance back to where the others are still recuperating, you could say. Specifically towards your would-to-be rescuer? Jeremy, how you doing, buddy?
Not great. Not great at all. This is basically one of the most painful experiences of his life. Constant violent ringing and other pulsing noises, and the music that's just refusing to stop.
Yeah. It's still... You don't know how you know this, but you just know it's still out there somewhere. The music hasn't stopped, and all these people crowded around what used to be the rave, all of the previous ravers that just fled like ants fleeing an anthill into the night. It's still here somewhere. I've got no idea. None.
Yeah, he is covering. He's got like a nervous tick energy where every now and then there's just kind of a little bit of a shiver or a shudder, and he's kind of sitting with his head kind of braced between his knees and both of his hands kind of curled around behind his neck. And he has pulled the earbuds back out of his collar, and he's put them in, and he is blasting. I'm sure it's like screamo power metal, just the loudest thing he can, and it's not helping.
Not in the slightest. The funny part is, when you first came here, for the first time in your life, it kind of felt like you were on the right track. More fool you suppose. as we once again cut back. Jeremy Reed, as he himself is shouldering his way through the interior crowd, if you'd like to describe Jeremy.
Dressed in it was a pretty nice, actually tux style suit jacket, a white collared dress shirt, though it's got kind of a more modern tie than you might think of a cover button thing. It's loosened all the way up, basically pulled halfway down to the second button. He's looks a little disheveled, though, to be fair, that he looks strung out enough to be in a rave. Gotten very pale. He has headphones on, even in the rave, pulled all the way in, and is blasting his own music into his own ears, and is messy brown hair is just kind of falling all around his face. And I'm gonna find where the noise is coming from, and I'm gonna make it stop. I'm gonna have to smash whatever the hell is making it.
Because for the last 30 minutes of your life, the whole world has sounded like the building tension to the world's most belated jump scare, and you are getting real tired of string instruments.
Pitching, and it's painful, and it's been on the edge for most of an hour, and it's not stopping.
To be perfectly honest, you're not even sure how you got in here, but that's, well, honestly, that's unfortunately not a new circumstance for you of late, as you're kind of looking around, occasionally trying to negotiate your way through the just skin soup. Go ahead and give me I'll say they're wits plus awareness or dexterity athletics.
I got an 8 success.
It would really help if you knew just what in the hell you were supposed to be looking for, because you do feel like you're supposed to be looking for something.
I think he's gonna, so if he can't pin it out, he's actually gonna close his eyes, and wincing because it makes the noises around him louder, he's gonna pull out his headphones, and he's just gonna kind of focus more on the intruding noise, the string instruments, and he's gonna just make his way in that direction, kind of blindly, just kind of sliding through the crowd as best as he can. Just that's the direction he's going. I don't know where he's gonna end up.
Give me a resolve plus aspects roll.
Can I search?
If you like.
Sure, why not? That feels like
You're surrounded by dozens and dozens of people. What could possibly go wrong?
nothing at all terrible. 3.
Well, whoever's in the orchestra pit, they've signaled someone to go from low to high tempo. Now, it doesn't sound so much like the soundtrack of a horror movie anymore. It sounds more like action music.
Huh.
Backing track for something fast and high octane.
Okay. You're talking James Bond here, or are we more like...
More like Fast and the Furious, to be perfectly honest, but...
Okay. That's a little bit more like Rocky Edge. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna kind of just crack my eyes open and see where I ended up.
You find yourself, after a significant bit of jostling, maybe a couple feet away from a small knot of people that have coalesced around essentially like the drinks area, which is less of a bar and more of a couple of kegs that had been put out. Refreshments for those in need of them. And there is this tall, muscular woman with brilliant red hair, stands out even in the midst of this kaleidoscopic environment, surrounded by a small knot of people. And the music is coming from her.
Oh, yeah. He's wincing. He's gonna put one bud back in, and he's gonna walk right at her.
You reach forward and you grab her shoulder, and whatever you're about to say instantly dies in your throat as suddenly, from behind you all, you hear the sound of shattering glass. Ash, we flash back to where you are currently, picking pieces of plate glass out of your, well, used to be a new suit. In fairness, as you once again kind of back here with the rest of them hiding from the police, he definitely had it coming, but all the same, this was a new suit.
And tailored for what that's worth here in San Arroyo.
Yeah, and it's so hard to find anyone really, that'll tailor a suit that's actually flattering for you.
Yeah. Ash has, well, they are best described as rectangular, broad shoulders, thick waist, and solid basically all over. And so as they are picking glass out, hissing at the pain, they are, honestly, it's the insult more than the injury.
Yeah. Well, that and other extenuating circumstances looking at your new friends here. But, well, it was all supposed to be so simple to start with. As we flash forward again, this time still inside of the warehouse, but in one of the old second floor offices overlooking the sort of main area. Once upon a time, this space might have been used for inventory or clerical work. Now, it's a nice, relatively quiet spot to do business in, as kind of sitting on the remnants of what used to be an old desk is this kind of crusty looking older guy, weathered and wearing a leather vest, rather prominently displaying the wolf skull of the Grim Bastards motorcycle club. As he lights up a cigarette, says, "Yeah, not exactly my scene, but, well, can't really beat it for ambiance, I guess."
And in some sense, anonymity.
Yeah, that too. Gotta say, when your lawyer friend reached out, I was kind of looks you up and down. Not really sure what to expect. Does he see?
Ash is of an average height, about 5'7", 5'8", depends on the shoes. Black hair, sort of got the artfully messy black hair. Strong features, especially in the cheekbones and jaw, built solidly, and wearing a deep blue suit, matching jacket and trousers, but with at least a little bit of acquiescence to the casual environment, wearing some black Converse high tops.
So what are you, like an intern or something?
I'm the screening committee.
Ooh, fancy. Well, Mr. Screening Committee.
Ash will hold up a finger and say, "Just Ash."
Okay, Ash. Well, your lady friend tell you what this was all about?
What did dear Mother Mary tell me?
Her exact words were, "This is a chance to prove yourself." So not much.
Ash will fold their arms and say, "Scant on details. How about you lay it out?"
All right, well, short order is your friend, Miss Gillen, is done our little social club a favor now and then. Because, imagine her business, it pays to have friends in low places.
Of course.
Now we're looking to call in our marker.
And what is it that you're wanting?
Let's just say a friend of ours got into a little bit of trouble with the ATF.
Are you looking for representation, or are you looking for an easy way out?
We're looking to de-escalate, I guess is the polite term for it. I mean, you got all these newbies hired on by the Yorkshire Sheriff's Department, some city kid looking to make a name for himself on the force. But it just so happens that we know that one of the people on your boss's impressive Rolodex is, let's just say, where would the boys in blue be without Big Daddy Crawford basically paying for their entire retirement fund?
At the mention of their father, Ash will snort and say, I see. Well, give me the name and a little bit of background. I'll forward the request up and we'll see if your Hail Mary's answered.
Forward the request up. Alright. Doesn't exactly feel like a waiting list type thing.
Ash will step forward and say, no, but you can't leave this on her answering machine, so I'm here. Give me the name and what he's gotten into, and we'll see, again, what Mother Mary feels like. Don't want to be pushing your luck, especially, let's hope that this isn't, this is a traffic stop gone wrong, not you asking us to unfuck a royally fucked situation.
Ash, go ahead and give me either charisma plus persuasion or charisma intimidation.
I will take charisma plus intimidation. I would also, can I pop awe for this?
For intimidation, this would probably be more of a daunt thing.
4 successes.
Takes another drag on his cigarette. Smokes some foul-smelling, discontinued brand, especially in close quarters. It's pungent, to say the least. All right. Calm your tits, Ash. Guy's name is Ryland Parrish. Boys call him Whiskey. Yeah. He got into a little bit of trouble down south, and, well, hometown son like this, no need to treat him with such disdain. You know what I mean? Born on the wrong side of the tracks and all that bullshit.
They arch an eyebrow. An extradition?
You're really gonna sit there and tell me that that's outside of your boss's wheelhouse?
Absolutely not, but they smile a bit. I would make sure that you say your prayers extra hard.
Really leaning into this bit, aren't we?
She likes it.
Yeah, well, and Crawford apparently likes her. I mean, can't say I'm surprised. I mean, who else is he gonna call when that psycho bitch daughter of his gets herself in the nightly news?
Ash smiles, says, I really wish you had not said that.
What? I mean, come on. It was all over. Look, don't tell me you're one of those people who's prowling around looking to stick it in. That's about as far as he gets.
Yeah. Ash will grab him by the collar and before all hell breaks loose, say, don't worry, I'm still forwarding your request. Before letting those prized fists loose.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a strength plus brawl roll.
Yeah, we'll leave it at 3.
Fair enough. So, needless to say, the situation escalated. Next thing anybody knows, 2 bodies are plummeting almost a good 10 feet straight down onto the hard concrete floor in a shower of glass shards. Now, in some locales, at some raves, that might be considered a bit of a mood killer. This is San Arroyo, so that's more of a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Your new friend hits the floor. Let's just say doesn't take it very well. You hit the floor. Take only a point supernatural damage. There's something in the midst of all this chaos that tells you that should have hurt a lot more than it did.
Ash stands up, rolling their shoulders, shaking their head. Well, that's interesting. Fuck.
Stand up and you look around. There's maybe like a small group of people surrounding the chaos. Some of them already have their phones out. For them, this is the most interesting thing that's happened to them all night. And as you're looking around, maybe a little sheepishly realizing that maybe you negotiated a little too aggressively, you make eye contact with Aster.
Yep.
And we flash back again, back to the outside, back to the exterior, back to the aftermath. Aster, I think it's fair to say you're still in all kinds of shock.
Yep.
You keep kind of glancing at Ash as they continue to pick glass shards out of their suit like it's no big deal.
Recently, I've seen weirder, so does Aster recognize Ash?
I think at first you didn't. You were more like everybody else, wondering who the hell just superhero landed on top of some biker dude in the middle of the dance floor. I think it was more that Ash recognized you, and then it finally clicked.
Okay.
And now here you are, hiding from the police with your brother-in-law, still the correct term? You're not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not brother-in-law anymore, so no, not the correct term.
Ex-sibling-in-law. That might be too many hyphens.
A lot of words.
A lot of words. The really sad part was, Aster, you were actually trying to enjoy yourself before all this happened.
You know, I really did not need this right now. Okay, like, I knew Ash lived here. I just didn't think I would, and like, for anyone who's looking at her, you can see she's just kind of having a moment. Like, I don't know what to do. Run. I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna go get lost in the sea of people.
Yeah. We stay in that moment for a second, as it looks like Ash, you're looking at Aster back behind this corner of an adjacent building, cops on one side, the now much more threatening looking darkness on the other, and it looks like, well, she looks like she's about to make a break for it.
Hey. They crouch in a little bit. Listen, just calm down. We can get out of this. Relax.
Calm. I'm relaxed.
Relax. Everybody just relax. You were feeding someone a similar line not even a few minutes ago. So we flash back once again to Aster outside one of the adjoining alleys of the rave space, even the outside wall still faintly vibrating with EDM music. As you press up a little, perhaps closer than is socially polite, to some guy, if you'd like to describe what Aster looks like.
So right now, for anyone who's looking at Aster, their eyes would be immediately drawn to her thousands of dollars worth of tattoos that sprawl from her stomach onto her side, up into her armpit and down the side of her breast, down past her hips and connecting to pieces that are on her underthigh. She is wearing a all-white outfit because that seemed appropriate. Just, high-waisted, pole fitness shorts, little crop top with a hoodie, and knee-high white stack boots.
In other words, you're definitely dressed for the weather.
Yeah, totally. I just wanted to feel good about myself and be hot.
And this guy who you've kind of cornered, I think his name was Mason Malcolm. Oh,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's enjoying the view, among other things, as he kind of his words a little slurred. I thought he said you knew the DJ.
Shh, everything's gonna be okay.
Okay, but why are we out here?
She's gonna step closer to him and just softly whisper in his ear, because I wanted to have a little fun first.
The booze-soaked neurons finally start to connect. Sure, wouldn't want to interrupt him during his set.
Mm-hmm.
Not a high difficulty on this at all, Aster, but if you go ahead and give me, let's call it charisma plus either persuasion or subterfuge.
That would be one success. She's not on her game today.
It helps that this guy is really not in any condition to pick up on any of the warnings. And also, well, granted, you're still getting used to this, but you found once you sink your teeth in, they just melt. They're like weak as kittens.
It does make it a lot easier.
It does. And to those observing, it would look like, well, maybe these two are just getting a little frisky as she starts to almost bury her face this guy's neck. To those perhaps a little closer, they might notice just the faintest glimpse of long eye teeth sink into this guy's carotid artery before he can stammer out anything else. And there's a moment of shock and then an immediate long sigh, almost contentment, as he just fully almost falls into you.
She's gonna just kind of help him gently to the ground and then just pat him on the head and walk away.
Different people taste different. You don't really know how else to explain it. Like this guy, for example. I swear you could taste the excitement, almost maybe perhaps a little bit obsessive fanboyishness, the passion for this one random artist's musical stylings and this sincere, almost a little embarrassing desire that thrums through it all, right next to that slight tang, whatever cheap beer is currently pulsing through his system. And it's great. It's really great.
Oh, it reminds me of the cheap stuff Zach and I used to get.
because of your thin-blooded nature, as this man currently possesses a choleric resonance. Would you like a dot of celerity or a dot of potence?
Let's go potence.
Yeah. Like I said, you feel great. You feel like, don't know why, but you feel energized. Some of that passion is now currently coursing through your veins. You feel like you could pick a fight. You feel like you could pick a fight and win.
Well, I'm still trying to lay low. I'm not going to do that. I at least have, like, a brain.
But you think you're getting the hang of it. Maybe just a few more trial runs, and then you'll figure out what you're going to tell everybody.
Yeah, tell everyone. Oh, I don't want to think about that.
You know what? On second thought, it's New Year's.
Yeah, I just want to have fun. I've been denied so much fun lately. I just want to cut loose.
Yeah. So you walk back inside, prepared, ready and willing to cut loose, right up until someone quite literally comes raining down on your parade.
Not my night. It's not my night. I should stay at home.
Speaking of, not their collective nights, Crowe.
Yep.
You've also been staring daggers at Aster for a while now. Not because you have any real skin in the game, but because that little bitch poached off you. Because she wasn't the only one in that back alley. She wasn't the only one looking for a meal.
Yeah, and there's a level of frustration because it took a lot for me to even build up coming out here to drink this. It's the best way to say it. And that pissed me off.
Yeah, as we see, you will admit that the situation that followed afterwards is not what you'd call ideal, but somehow this is her fault. You just know it. I mean, who just leaves a guy passed out in the back of a rave? I mean, you can practically hear Sebastian in your head calling it amateur hour.
Yeah, and that's saying something for me to feel that way is, yeah. And like the problem is it's a combination of like I'm pissed and I kind of want to punch her in the back of the head, but also the rave mom instincts are kicking in and I kind of feel like I want to go out and go check on this guy, get him some water, make sure he's okay. It's
Yeah, and I think as we sort of see in this moment as Aster walks back into the warehouse, we see lurking just out of sight, the only one paying attention to that specific moment in time. Crowe, would you like to describe yourself?
Crowe is a 20-year-old female. She's a white girl with dreadlocks. Hasn't quite caught on to that yet. Aesthetically, would probably call her, once again, like that tribal goth, and kind of following through with that into her outfit tonight. She's wearing a sort of all black belly dancing style outfit. 5'2". She's currently barefoot, just for aesthetic purposes.
So, on the one hand, there's a certain instinct to make sure that guy's all right. But on the other hand, problem is you don't really know, because that was definitely what you thought it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really know. Sebastian hasn't really. I mean, it stands to reason that they're others like you, like him, but he hasn't really gone over what you're supposed to do in that circumstance.
Yeah, it's, not like you can just walk up and be like, hey, my name's Crowe. I'm also a blood-sucking murderer. Like, we don't have meetings.
Yeah, you once asked him if there was it sounds incredibly camp even saying it out loud, but like a vampire society. And he looked at you like that was the funniest thing he'd ever heard you say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he laughed about it for at least the rest of the evening, if not well beyond.
So what to do?
Reach into my bag, grab a water bottle, set it next to the guy, and then head in, because there's only so much I can do to take care of this dude, and quite frankly, I want to keep my eyes on her so that she doesn't, cause a scene inside with amateur hour bullshit.
Well, a scene is already definitely happening inside as you walk back in just in time to witness the impromptu defenestration. And in that moment, there you all are, in the middle of it. Some of you perhaps a bit more in the middle of it than others. Nonetheless, Raleigh, you turn, of course, both to confront whoever is grabbing you all of a sudden, and also to witness whatever this strange little fight is. Ash, you make eye contact with a woman you haven't seen in over 3 years. Crowe, you lurk. Suddenly, not really sure you should risk drawing attention to yourself, and Jeremy, the music suddenly stops. Not stops as in is gone completely, but more like a dramatic pause. Like, in this exact moment, despite the noise and the laughter and the cajoling and the electronic buzz of smartphones as they capture whatever this new circumstance is, or the loud roaring over the speakers as the DJ once again switches up to a new set. Whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen very soon, and you need to do something. You need to say something.
Thank you for stopping. Thank you for stopping. Okay. We're at the music is stopped. It built up, then you switched in and you're like Fast and Furious and you're like Too Fast, Too Furious, and it's great, it's fabulous, but the music stopped. Something's about to happen and we need to do something.
Ash is going to look at this weird man and just like arch eyebrow. What?
Okay.
The music was built. The music's been building. It's been driving me fucking nuts. And it just stopped, and it stopped, and it's silent, and it is about to start again. Something's about to happen.
I'm gonna ask, please let go of me, buddy.
I think with that and like Crowe seeing that outburst, she's gonna like step in to be like, hey, bud, come on, let's go sit down for a second, get some water. Because from her observation, dude's obviously tripping balls.
No, it's not. It's been getting worse for the last hour, and finally stopped when I got here, talked to you, and it went from deep suspenseful, it was like horror music, and it was like playing, and it was all these strings and everything was going, and then got up to you, and it switched to Too Fast, Too Furious, and then rock music, and it was like had a bit of a jaunty beat, and then it suddenly hit this spot, and now it's all silent, and it's gonna start again.
Do I recognize this man who has not let go of my arm yet?
Go ahead and give me a, let's call this intelligence plus resolve check.
2 successes.
Despite the inherent weirdness of all of this, it's compounded by the fact that you feel like you know this guy. You're not sure how, but he does look weirdly familiar. But you're not quite sure how, and you're not sure if you really need this right now, especially with the week you're having.
Yeah, I am going to firmly pull my arm out of his grasp and say, why don't you go with her, point at Crowe, and say, just go with her, sit down, drink water. And I really look like I want to punch him there for a second, because I don't like strangers touching me like that right now.
Aster.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all this, in the midst of whatever this brewing confrontation is, in the midst of the one that keeps looking back at you, the one whom you're also having a strange sense of deja vu around, your eyes move back to the other passenger. He hit the ground and he hit it badly. There's a pool of blood beginning to spread where his skull impacted the concrete and is beginning to pool out slowly, lazily. But there's something else. A shape in the midst of all this has detached itself from the crowd. A dirty, ragged figure kneels next to the spreading blood pool, and he's lapping it up with his tongue like an animal.
On that note, Aster dips. Nopes right out of there.
You hear somebody say, "Hey, man, what the fuck?" Some do-gooder, some good Samaritan tries to pull this guy up and away. This guy looks up, then flicks one of his limbs out. Suddenly, 4 long, ragged slash marks appear in this guy's throat, and there's a geyser of arterial spray as this vagrant-looking man has claws. Long, dark claws projecting from the nail beds of his fingertips.
Uh-huh.
That's concerning.
That's about when the screaming starts.
Oh yeah, she's among them screaming.
Ash, being near this whole scene, in fact, being part of the center of it, sees the clawed thing lapping at the blood. She's like, the fuck, I need that. Fuck, that dude owes me. And to try to get this thing off of him, Ash is just gonna try punting it, like in the face.
Sure.
I see no way this could go wrong.
I, too, see nothing wrong with this game plan.
Because I feel like kicking somebody's fucking head in. I'm gonna rouse, because that's, feels appropriate. The hunger's going up, but...
Give me strength, let's brawl.
Do this. Alright, that is gonna be 2 successes, so I'm gonna pop willpower. 3 successes. Dice, you fucked me again.
3 successes. You tried, it's not as though it should be hard. He's practically bowled over this other guy, only instead of merely lapping up the blood, the person whose throat because it's hard to think of it in anything other than an it at this point, just opened up. He's also lying there bleeding out, and it does not give a fuck. It's finishing its first meal, and it's making these horrible lapping and sucking and growling noises as it drains this biker like a Capri Sun. You lash out and kick it right in the ribs, and it's like you just kicked a steel girder. It doesn't even seem to notice as you stumble back.
Fuck is this?
This doesn't look good, and I jump in to help before I can even think. Is there anything around here I could use as an improvised melee weapon?
Give me just a quick wits plus awareness.
It's one success.
That is still one success. It looks like maybe somebody was trying to live stream over the heads of the crowd, so there's a selfie stick that somebody dropped.
You know what? Fuck it. It's something. At least they're made of metal.
While all this is going on, Jeremy and Crowe, what are you doing? Because you have all witnessed all of this insanity with the rest.
Jeremy's eyes are kind of like wide and wild, and he looks over at Crowe and he says, I told you, it's the suspense music. And he's going to grab, I'm going to rush forward. I'm going to try to, the guy who got like cut, I'm going to like try to like loop my arms under him and like pull him away from the monster.
All right. And Crowe?
Crowe would be sort of baffled at the situation, and then seeing this dude run off, she's like, no, and she goes to try to like grab him on the shoulder to keep him from running in, to be like, yo, dude, other direction, let the
guy, he's bleeding out.
Let them do the kicking. Get the fuck out of here.
So while this argument is happening, go ahead and give me either strength or dex plus melee, Raleigh, for that. It's called improvised baton attack.
5 successes with a messy critical.
Oh, damn. Okay, so I'm going to say, because it was a messy critical, well, you definitely get its attention, but the problem is a selfie stick is not what you call the most sturdy of weapons, and you literally, and admittedly a very impressive golf swing, hit it square across the face and temples, but the thing shatters on impact, leaving you with maybe like a stump of shaped plastic.
Well, fuck me.
And that's about all the witty banter you get as it rears up and it snarls. Nothing even remotely human-shaped should make a noise like that. Need to give me dex plus athletics.
Is fleetness a thing that I could reflexively activate?
It could very well be.
Because I'd like to do that.
I can see no reason why you wouldn't be able to in this moment.
And I don't get hungrier. The beast also doesn't like this, and we are in accord for now. And that is 4. I'm also spending a willpower because I do not want to get hit by that thing. It's a lot of questions I don't want to answer if I do. 5 successes.
Well, the problem is, wanting is all well and good. It's a shame when our wants conflict with the reality, and the reality of the situation is that this thing's claws, because it has claws. There's no polite way of saying it. Cut into the flesh of your midriff. Take 3 points of superficial damage.
Motherfucker.
It hurts. A lot.
And I really liked this outfit.
So we currently have at least 2 in direct vicinity with the monster. We have maybe a few feet away, trying to, not really succeeding in, well, we'll see if more concerted efforts are made, but trying to drag Jeremy out of the line of fire, so to speak. And then finally, Aster just fully booking it. Problem is, anybody who's not in the direct vicinity of this thing, well, There's a lot of people packed into this room, and they all had the same idea of getting the hell out of Dodge. So I need Aster, Crowe, and Jeremy to all give me either Dex or Stamina plus Athletics checks.
2 successes for Jeremy on 2 dice.
Not enough, but still, good effort. Oh, that's a bestial failure.
Yeah, I was about to say if 2 successes isn't enough, a bestial failure is definitely not going to be enough.
No.
Didn't do much better with my rousing 1 success.
Okay, so you all are going for a ride, and possibly in different directions. As again, just the press of bodies, the panic, bow wave of people just wanting to get the hell away from whatever this is. Slams into all of you in turn. Crowe, since you did have yourself a bestial failure, that means that something happens.
Something good, I hope.
Yeah, the thing is, this is a lot of people pressing into you, barging into you. You are already feeling a little irritated. I need you to give me a willpower check.
2 successes on 8 dice.
All right, well, the good news is that 2 successes was the bare minimum of what you needed. Because at the moment, it's not life-threatening provocation. But, oh, there is a moment. There is a singular moment where, well, let's just say, you too might have angrily slapped one of these blood bags aside for barging into you so rudely. But you keep it together. Barely. Aster and Jeremy, meanwhile, well, you're going wherever the crowd's going, and right now the crowd is going elsewhere. The problem is they're going through you, around you. You're knocked off your feet, in some cases even trampled on. Meanwhile, Raleigh, this creature, clawed and covered in blood and growling, rounding on the both of you. You don't really have time to so much take in any of the real physicality of it. It moves very fast, in addition to all the other rather dangerous things about it. So what are you doing?
I'm just going to attempt to dodge this thing. I'm going to put my full focus into not getting hit.
That is fair and fine.
Yeah, I'm going to try and make a little bit more of a strategic retreat. Ash is not somebody who dodges so much as just toughs out getting punched, but is going to try to make a hasty, try to beat a retreat.
All right, in that case, go ahead and give me, both of you, go and give me Dex plus Athletics, please.
You know what? I really want to get out of here, so I'm also going to rouse to boost my dex.
Yeah, I'm going to rouse too, because...
Well, you do have fleetness up, so that would already give you bonus dice.
Yeah, I want more. And I did not get hungrier.
I understand.
Right. That is 3 successes.
For 6 successes.
Looks like it's not either of your knights.
Oh, Jesus.
Motherfucker.
Raleigh, take another 3 points of superficial damage. Ash,
Goddamn shit, motherfucker.
you also take 3 points of superficial damage
Ow.
as it tears into the both of you. It's fast, and it's in so very close to you before you even have time to react. And it stinks. It stinks like animal musk and old coagulated blood. And you get just a flash of black claws and burning blood red eyes and yellowed bared incisors before hot flashes of pain tear across your bodies. And just when it's rounding on the two of you and you're preparing for another onslaught that you're not entirely certain that you'll survive, something stops it. More accurately, someone stops it. You don't get a good look at it between the still flaring rave lighting and your own skewed sense of perspective. You see someone, a flash of long black coat interpose itself between you and the creature, and you hear someone yell to the two of you, "Run!"
I don't have to be told twice.
Yeah, I'm running.